What's going on, everybody? Let's take a look at how easy it is to clean a glass palette. So right here we've got a Masterson closed palette. So I actually left this open overnight so that I could let some of my paint dry before I did this. But this is a Masterson sealed palette, and inside you'll find a glass palette here. And with this palette, we get the opportunity to go ahead and clean it. So usually I have this closed to keep the paint wet, but just for last night, I decided not to. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this out, and we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning it. And we've got this device right here. This is a glass scraper, and you just pop that open. It's a very sharp razor, so be careful. This is closed for safety, and we'll be popping this out right here in a moment. So let's see, I'm gonna put this down. Let's pull out our glass palette here. Probably need to go like so. Let's go pop this baby open. That is one challenge, is making sure that you're able to get it out. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this out. As you can see, the inside is pretty much empty and clean. It's just a big plastic case for painting. And we're gonna go ahead and try to lock this in. Let's put this on top. And we're gonna go ahead and lock this in, lock our palette in. Paladin. Lock our palette in. So here we go. I didn't plan exactly how I'm gonna do this beforehand. So there might be a little bit of fumbling right now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and shut this side. Lock these corners so the cover doesn't move too much. And there we go. It shouldn't move. Yeah, here we go. We're pretty solid right now. And we're just going to start from the edge here. So we got a little bit of the edge. And let's just go ahead and start scraping. Actually, we'll start scraping from this side. So pretty simple. Just get down in here. Get down on it. And you just start scraping. And just get right up in there. It just comes off so nice and easy. Such a nice, easy thing to do. A nice, clean way to clean your palette. I'm gonna pop this. Ooh, this one's a little bit stuck, so got to get a little closer. And here you go. So as you can start to see, that all of this just starts to come up so easy. I've only changed my razor once in 3 cleanings. I don't think you need to change it too often, but I'm sure at some point it eventually starts to become a little bit too not sharp enough. And I don't know when that time is, but so far it hasn't been too bad. So here we go. As you can see, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. A lot of the pieces just come straight up. And as you can tell, we're just starting to build our pieces right now. And then we're gonna go down here. Eventually we'll go down there, but let's just start on this side. So just keep scraping along, pushing the scraper along as we push and clean our palette. Some of this paint might still be wet, but as you can tell, for the most part, the paint pretty much comes straight up. Probably even switch this angle here. Let's see what happens. Ah, there we go. So you could tell that the angle that this is coming from, the angle of the palette razor, has a difference. I think I've been using the other side too much. So you can start to see all of this just come up nice and slow, and it just works so well. You don't necessarily need gloves. I only wear gloves because I use a lot of mineral spirits in my painting, a lot of material to thin my paint. So here we go. We've got this side, and we're just gonna go in like a circle. Let's just go and rotate this baby. Let's see how much we could get in one go. And we're gonna go ahead and clean up some of this area now that we've. And here we go, nice and clean. A nice, clean, easy palette. easy to work with, and the best part is that you can start to see the gray again. And once you have the gray, you have like a nice neutral color to work from. And it's not always best to work on top of a flimsy plastic top. And by flimsy, it's a very wide area. And you know, I'm constantly pushing it in, which probably isn't the best for the plastic. You want to do this on like a nice flat surface, but for now, I'm just working on top of it. Just the easy space to do this on. Probably want to do this on like a table or something, but I like to work from here. So we'll go ahead and I actually think this cardboard is pretty sturdy. It's just that there's a lot of give in the center. So here you go. You could see as we start to rotate how easily this paint comes off. I'm not using that much pressure. And this is great. And you know, always be safe, right? These are very sharp razors. So, you know, the oil painting is definitely not a good painting style for children because of the types of chemicals and that you might use. Now, obviously, there's a lot of safer alternatives now for oil painting, but always just, you know, be cautious, right? And there's nothing wrong with all the other types of painting, all the other painting mediums, but I just personally prefer oil. I like the flexibility of oil. There's a lot more. It's a very flexible medium. Ooh, look at this thick piece right here. So we're gonna go ahead and just push straight into this area. Work safely, of course. Always work safely. Someone said I should probably do a video of just the sound of all this. As you can see, just the sounds, like an Asmir channel of these. But you know, this looks like some of the paint's starting to get stuck in here, so I want to pull that off and get it down into here. I think the paint's still pretty wet, so that's why that's happening. But let me wipe off my glove real quick. So we're going to do a little cleaning of the glove. Clean off the glove. Clean off the razor a little bit. Because if the paint's still wet, then it's going to start to get into this. So here we go. You can see this is just a pile of paint that just builds up. So let's just keep going. We're about over 3/4 of the way done here. And as you can see, for the most part, this cleans up very well. So let's go ahead and keep pushing right here in this space. And let's continue pushing, scraping. Some of this paint has dried more than others, so it's a little different. But you know what? Overall, pretty easy, pretty simple. You just gotta get in there, get on the glass, get under the paint, and it just starts to come right off. There we go. Starts to come right off. And I guess if you add like mineral spirits too, there's ways to make it even easier. But overall, pretty simple. So we're gonna rotate this again to get our final amount. Let's just rotate it again to get our last bit of paint here. I'm gonna go right into here. Pretty easy, and this is like a little reward in itself, you know, just to clean up your palette. So note to self, I should definitely work on a better surface next time. But I think if I go do this on this surface, it's quite amazing what you can do on like just a regular flat surface. You know what? I'm not scraping the glass. The glass is not scratching. And here we go. So let's switch back to the other side now. Glass scraper. And there we have it. So we've got a couple little more spots around here. But for the most part, we're back with a nice clean palette. And all of this just comes right up. All of this just comes right up. And you know, you just want to dispose of it properly. But I think we got a couple little bit more pieces because I have a wet paint that's still on it. But you know, pretty simple. Just scrape it all off again and dispose of properly. And with that, this is just a quick demo of the POSH New Wave glass palette along with our Masterson closed palette. And of course, this closed palette keeps your paint very dry or very wet for at least a couple extra days. And you've got some great easy to clean palette right here. And with that, just want to say thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.